Guys, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, doing something a bit different again this week. If you've been following the channel, then you're probably aware that I've been messing around with laptops over the last few weeks. Managed to rescue, well, a few from work, but one in particular started to run games pretty well, so I've been using that over the last few weeks. And I watched a video, I think it was like a high score community challenge type thing from Gull. So I'll put a link in the description to his channel below. Please go check him out. But yeah, he was playing this, which is Aliens by Konami. It's an arcade game basically, from my childhood, and I didn't even know that I'd played this until I saw it again. But this isn't, when I saw his video, that wasn't the first time that I'd seen it in my adulthood. So it must have been, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago that I was at the Bury Arcade Club with a couple of the guys, Kev, Clint, I think Mark was there as well. And I stood next to Kev, and he said, oh, you know, make the most of it sort of thing, you know, is there anything that you fancy playing? And just as we were chatting, this caught my eye, and I couldn't believe that I knew the game, because I hadn't, it was almost a bit surreal. I knew what was going to happen in the game because of the memory, but I couldn't really recall where or how I had played it. And then I remembered in my childhood there was some arcade machines I grew up near Milton Keynes, so there were some arcade machines. It was either in the Point or in the Super Bowl. Is it the Super Bowl or the Big Bowl, or whatever the whatever it was called back then, where you went roller skating. So if you know Milton Keynes, you'll probably know what I'm on about. If not, yeah, basically there was a community area where you could go and play games, and we used to have to you know, catch the train. We'd usually bunk the train and not pay, as you do when you're kids, a bit naughty. But yeah, we used to go up there and play these games, and I had no idea until I'd seen it again that I was like, wow, oh my god, I played this as a kid. So yeah, I played it and I completed it. You know, when we were there, I had such a great laugh with it and that. And then I saw Gull's video and I thought, you know what, I'm going to see if I can get MAME running on this old laptop and see if I can play this at home. And luckily, as you can see, it did. So I've got a bit of a, like I think most of us have, a real fond nostalgia for Aliens. Again, like most of you, I probably watched it far too young, and there were certain scenes that used to frighten the life out of me. In fact, the first time I tried to watch the movie, I think my mum and dad were out, and the babysitter, you know, we sort of lied to them and said, oh yeah, our mum and dad let us watch this all the time, you know, and did they heck? But we were, you know, we were quite convincing, like most kids at that age, and the babysitter sort of let us watch it foolishly, and we kind of got to the bit where, you know, the Marines go in and there are a few aliens knocking about, and that was like, oh my god, turn it off, why would you let us watch that? And yeah, we didn't watch it again until probably well in our teens, and then what a film. Just absolutely amazing film that I really enjoyed and loved. So yeah, it just, I suppose a lot of nostalgia for me with the franchise and this game in particular. I don't think this is going to be, because I used a few continues, so this isn't going to be like a part of the high score challenge that Gull was on, unfortunately. But I do really enjoy the game, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to see if I can get it running. Installing MAME on the laptop was an absolute doddle. I just followed a little tutorial on YouTube, but honestly, it was exactly as I thought it was going to be. Just install the MAME emulator, and you know, get your ROMs, and you basically save them in the ROMs file, and then you've got to configure your controller. I nicked one of the kids' Nintendo Switch controllers, just a wired one, and then had to just map it out like up as up, down as down, etc, etc, which was dead easy, and I was able to play. So I'm going to see what else I can do with some of the other games that I used to play as a kid in the arcades. I'm from quite a rural town, but we did have one arcade. It seemed like we had it for only about 5 minutes, but it did have some games that I can just about scrape from the bowels of my memory. Just about. I think we played The Simpsons and The Turtles. I think there was a Wonder Boy game that we played, and I think there was a Willow game as well. I might be making that up. I'm sure there was a Willow arcade game that we played a little bit as well. So yeah, you know, I'm going to try and download some of these and you know, have a go on them. I don't know how well the likes of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat will run on one of these MAME emulators. I mean, I guess it probably should run fine. It's still, you know, using the same cores and stuff as any of them. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you ever so much for watching and sharing my little story with me. Like I say, I wanted to do something a little bit different this week, so I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was able to give you guys a little bit of nostalgia as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one.